The Hoosier Spring Hang 2021. This should be a good one. We've been hunkering down and waiting out this pandemic, and now all the guys are going to have the opportunity to get back together and visit this weekend. So here we go. Spring Hoosier Hang. Speaking of one of the guys. So like I said, with the COVID, we haven't been able to meet up, and I've been hiking with this group from the Hammock Forums for the past 8 or 9 years, and it's a great bunch of people. This ought to be a pretty good video, that is if you like a bunch of BS. But anyway, come along with us. Okay, so we came down that trail, which is basically the road back to Terrell Cemetery, and then we're going to, hey Scott, then we're going to cut back through the woods here and do a little bushwhacking. So this is my favorite part. You'll have this small trail here for just a short period of time, and then we will actually be doing bushwhacking. So you have to take advantage of going in this way in the winter, early spring, late fall, because the briars will just eat you alive if you try to bushwhack in this area. Nice little pond. These ponds are scattered throughout this area. They were made by the Conservation Corps back in the 30s. Pretty cool. Well, you can hear all the leaves on the ground. But this is the way we go in. We're just bushwhacking along this ridge. That ridge, it goes down into the valley that we're actually in. But it's another piece up the trail here before we drop off to the camp itself. Okay, let's just take a quick minute and look at my setup here. Since we're at the Hoosier Hang, let's talk about my hammock first. My hammock is a Dream Hammock Raven, and it has the detachable bug net. And inside there, my top quilt is a Hammock Gear Burrow, 20 degrees. I have a reversible Z-Packs stuff sack, or dry sack, that has the felt on the outside, which I use as a pillow. My hammock on the ridge line has the organizer, and on this end it has a gear loft, and this is just a little bag that I use for my glasses at night. The tarp is a Hammock Gear Fiber Palace, which is a Dyneema tarp. Mine is 12-foot width doors. I use shock cord, which allows me to just stretch it out and tie it to trees or to stakes if it needs to be. Let's see, I've got just a stick in the ground. And I've got it in porch mode right now, but it will have to have the hatches battened down before we go to bed tonight, because we are supposed to get as much as a ½ inch of rain. And I will probably show you what that looks like later on. And my backpack is the Z-Pack Arc Haul, which is a Dyneema pack. And I've got rain gear, which is a Marmot coat and pants. I've got the Frog Tog hat. We'll talk about that when it starts raining. So I'm pretty well set up. That's a piece of polycro down there on the ground. It's a Z-Packs bear bag. It's got my food in it. I've got my water filtration system set up over here in a gravity flow. That's just a 2-liter CNOC, the Sawyer Squeeze, and a platypus 2-liter bladder or bag down there. So that's pretty much my setup. I am ready for rain or shine and looking forward to the weekend. Okay, I must not be the only one that thinks hammock gear Dyneema tarps are the way to go. There's Yogi's, there's Bonsai's, there's Doc's, and there's mine. In my opinion, they are the best on the market. This is mid-afternoon on Friday. We've got a pretty good showing so far. Coming from as far away as North Carolina, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, and we are blessed to have the man, the myth, the legend, Doc Tari.
That's quite a burden you put on me. I'm okay with it.
Well deserved.
Manly.
Are you
Cheddar brats over the fire. Well, in preparation for the rain that is inevitably going to come, we went ahead and put the tarps up, put the wood underneath the tarps, and now we're just enjoying the evening.
That's a Black Diamond Revolt 350. I lost my other headlamp and I really liked it, but I haven't seen it since I did the Rhode Highlands. It disappeared after that. I always wanted to give them all mine.
Well, it's been raining since about 6 a.m. I'm going to do a walkthrough here of Hammock Row. We've been calling it Cuban Row because of all the Dyneema tarps that are up. But it's spread out over a pretty good length of the valley here. A couple of people have already elected to hike out because of the rain. We were up to our maximum number of 15 last night. And of course, there's my setup. Hammocks everywhere. And there are a couple on the other side of the fire ring, back in the other part of the valley.
They had like a griddle on top of it.
Really?
Yeah. Huh. I'm like, I even, being shy like that.
Tail ridge?
Yeah, to the cars and, to the,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, if you keep going on Oxyum, it brings you in down by the Grub Ridge Trail.
Yes.
And it's a hell of a walk along that road to get back to the fire tower.
Did we tell them
Yeah,
we got
yeah.
lost up there, or are we not going to talk about that?
Well, you guys can talk about it.
You get lost?
Yeah, we had a little trouble.
they needed extra miles.
There you go. That's pretty good comeback.
You got, Andy does. He he thinks about this shit. It's like, how can I add extra miles to this trip? Oh,
candy
I
bars.
got lost, yeah.
Candy bars.
Who wrote the directions?
I'll have you know that I believe I was on the right ridge.
You were.
You were headed the right way.
Oh, boy.
Doc and his light are ready to go.
Oh, this is sad. It's the last of my flask.
Yeah, that was true. I just wanted to go to the party card
Terrible.
because you go down there. One set wouldn't get me through
Mine beeps
long
too.
week.
I do bring two headlamp, so
spare battery
Oh, do
pack anyway.
I have a backup flashlight. I need to get a backup
I have a,
headlamp.
so like as a backup illumination.
I don't know which one of them
thing,
small
I have
ones I want to.
And that's the best way to look at Yogi,
Sorry thing.
Head start and
I won't say the F-bomb for you.
the old fart.
The old fart.
I still got to put the pack on.
And there's Skyball, Repeat,
One time.
Bourbon,
I have,
Doc Andy, Country Boys.
What's up? Josh.
Yeah, we didn't give you a,
You got no name for me, man. So
you will have.
okay.
And there's that hiking guy. And what is hiking guy's new trail name?
Prairie dog.
Prairie Dog. This is truly a beautiful place. We've had our hangs here at least once a year for 8 or 9 years now. Most of the people go out the trail with the switchbacks, and then there's those of us that prefer to just go up the big hill. So, here I go. Alrighty. And that kind of concludes the Hoosier Spring Hang 2021. Thanks for coming along with us. Hope to see you on the trail. Later.